So, Rob, a tough result to take, but this is only the first round of Prem Cup action. There's still a whole season to come. What were some of the main takeaways from tonight's performance?
Well, obviously in the first half, set piece was particularly good. Gave us a foundation in the game around the scrum, a line out, and particularly our driving maul. Obviously that's where we scored our tries, and then our forward was working from mauls. So that bit was pleasing. That's something we need to get back in our armoury and make a strength of ours. So that's a definite positive. Obviously, we showed a lot of spirit, a lot of fight in that first half. Went in leading, which was a real good kind of platform for us. But then the frustrating thing of how we didn't see that pressure home or drive that pressure further in the second half is a bit frustrating. We had that kind of 10 minutes that we've got to get out of our game where we went 2 or 3 repeat penalties, a couple of which were silly. Just don't need to happen, and you just have to decide to fight and stay in the fight. So that's a little bit of a frustration, but that's probably one of those things that, because of maybe last season and some of the pressures the lads are feeling from that's kind of that almost, I'm not saying panic, but it's that way out of things that they haven't quite worked out yet. We've got to work very hard at that. I don't mind saying I'm hugely frustrated we lost the game, but I think that's what we've got to be like. I think we've got to be a team that are very disappointed when we lose any game, and we're very frustrated. And there's always going to be positives in games, there's always going to be work-ons. But we got ourselves in the game today, and we should be disappointed and frustrated with it that we haven't ended up seeing it off, or certainly not been right in the fight right at the death. Because we do have a chance to potentially get 2 bonus points at the end of the game, and we probably put in our worst maul of the game. And those are the things. Those are the kind of, I'm not going to say habits, but those are the things that have happened in our game recently. We've got to just get out of our systems and move on from them.
There were some positive things, like the scrum went well, a few scrum pens from that. How important is it to also focus on the positives as well as the work-ons?
Yeah, but I think it's just about being honest. We're not going to go away and go, that everything was bad. The things that we have to work on are the things we'll have to work on, and we'll work at making those strengths even stronger if we can. But I think it's very, very important that I'm not going to baby the group along. We can't afford to baby ourselves along. We have to deal tough, and we have to improve quickly. That's a season is quite long, but at the same time we've got we've got 5 Premiership games out of 3 which are at home. If we want a good foundation for the season, we have to be performing then. We want to get good performances in front of our home supporters as quickly as possible. Today, I think the supporters who are here have probably gone away okay with some of the game, especially considering what happened here last time, which was completely unacceptable. Today, we've got work-ons out of the game. Some of them, I'm not going to say they're simple, because simple and easy are 2 different things. There isn't many things in rugby that are easy. Hopefully we can discuss them properly and work at them very hard, but if we work at them very hard, we give ourselves a chance to take a step forward next week.
And it's Bath away next. How tough is that challenge going to be?
Well, currently it's the toughest challenge in the Premiership, because obviously not only are they winners, but actually they've kind of found their mojo across a big squad and how to win games and what really works for them, and there's a lot of belief in it and a lot of drive in it. That's something we've got to fight to get, because that 10 minutes we had, that's probably an indicator that you're not got a whole team right on track, right on line, and it's the hardest thing to get in team sport, because when you get it, it's magical. We've got to work very hard to try and get that through the course of this week, or certainly improve it through the course of this week and give ourselves a better chance of winning at Bath.